Hey, this is Knox from AvantAlpine.com here with another in-depth gear breakdown. Today we're checking out the all-new Prime series from Faction. So if you're in the market for a brand new high-performance touring ski, or you're one of the skiers out there who puts a premium on having ultralight skis on your feet, this is definitely a ski that needs to be on your radar. This is a very exciting new series of ski from Faction, the Prime, that has been in development for the last 2 or 3 years. Really what they're trying to do here is take that next step in uphill, downhill Alpine touring technology. By which I mean, in years past, typically the decision you're going to have to make when you're picking a brand new touring ski for skin climbing is you would have to decide between a ski that's going to function really, really well uphill, or a ski that's going to be kind of a pain to climb in and then is great to ski downhill. This is an attempt by Faction, and in our opinion a very good attempt, to eliminate that choice. And a lot of companies out there are doing that right now, and that's one of the big places that ski technology is advancing. In the end, what you have is a very, very capable traditional alpine skiing type ski with a good progressive flex, etc., that is also extremely comfortable and extremely effective at climbing. This is one ski just in 4 different sizes. As you move up the line, basically the exact same side cut, the exact same camber profile, same core materials, little bit stiffer flex as you move up, but the flex pattern remains the same. Just a very, very straightforward, good option, great option for anybody who's looking to get into alpine touring for the first time. You're looking to upgrade into a new set of skis because technology is moving so quickly. So this is being targeted squarely as a backcountry touring ski. We've skied it inbounds at demo tests, and it skis very, very well. It's among the best touring specific skis that we've ever skied in a downhill capacity. But we'll get into that a little bit more at the end of the video. This is very squarely a hardcore backcountry charger. So we're gonna kind of go down the line here and break down the different ways in which the design of the ski achieves the outcome of being one of the best up and down skis that we've ever tried. Okay, let's jump right in and start with the core material here. Every single one of these skis utilizes a balsa flax laminate core. So that's a balsa wood, which is a very, very light, reboundy wood, laminated with flax fiber. And flax fiber gives it a little extra responsiveness, gives it a little extra sort of return to zero in terms of the wood not deforming over time as you use it over the years. On top of that, we've got a couple sheets of carbon fiber, which will give you a little bit of extra perceived durability and a little bit of extra stiffness while saving weight. Once again, this ski is all about weight saving, so anything that you can do to utilize a lighter, less dense wood in the middle with some carbon fiber on top to give you stiffness without sacrificing additional weight is going to be good. In the middle of the ski, you've got a Titanol sheet running from about here to here, and if you don't know, Titanol is a very thin, lightweight metal that's often used in ski construction to give the ski a little extra stiffness and bite in turns. In this case, it adds rigidity, but in a lot of ways, it's mostly there to be someplace to anchor your binding. So it's going to give you a little bit more rigidity, but it's mostly to, in that less dense wood with carbon fiber, it's given those screws someplace to hold when a binding is mounted on the ski, although it will give you a little extra rigidity. So all that adds up to one of the lightest weight skis that we've got in our lineup this year, and in fact, down here at the lower end, the 1.0 measures in right around 3 pounds, which is by far the lightest ski that Faction makes. And then up here at this length on the top end, the 4.0 is about a 4-pound ski. So you've got a combined weight of roughly 8 pounds in the fattest variant. Down with the 1 and 2, you're faced with a very lightweight package. So if you're looking for an extremely lightweight ski that's multifunctional, and you don't necessarily care about having that extra width, the 1 and the 2 are excellent options. Okay, so moving on to one of the bigger talking points in terms of what makes this ski a really skiable touring ski, and that is the flex pattern. An issue that we've had with a lot of skis in this genre in the past is that you've got an unpredictable flex pattern that causes the ski to buck you around a little bit when you're trying to drive it the way that you would normally drive your regular downhill alpine setup. Every single variant of the ski, the 1, 2, 3, and 4, all have a very round, very predictable flex pattern that starts out pretty soft in the 1.0, and then by the time you get to the 4, because of the extra material and whatnot that is in the larger ski, you've got a stiffer package on your hand. There's no super soft sort of tail tip juncture that's going to give you a squirrely sort of bizarre performance when you're trying to make an aggressive turn. This thing is all about stability and predictability, which are two things that have historically lacked from a lot of touring specific skis. Over here you're going to have skis that are primarily meant for lighter skiers and less aggressive conditions, but as you move up the line, the 3 and the 4, while not being incredibly stiff by any means, are definitely burly enough to handle steeper objectives. So if you're going to tackle a steep, tight couloir someplace that you want to hit on your backcountry setup, this is going to be able to handle it. Okay, now let's jump right into the waist widths that are available in this ski, as well as the side cut shapes. So down with the 1.0, you've got your firm snow / lighter ski or touring ski. It's a 90mm waist, not going to float most people in deeper conditions. So if you're touring a lot on the East Coast, you're typically touring in springtime when it's shallow and you don't have a ton of deeper snow to mess with. 1.0 might be up your alley. Jumping up to the 2, we've got a 98mm waist. The 3 has a 108, and then you've got pretty much a powder board here with the 4.0. This is a 118mm waisted touring ski. So this is a very powder specific touring ski, a bit more of a quote-unquote big mountain touring ski, and then you got the different splitters here in the middle, the 2.0 and the 3.0. So once again, it's up to you to tailor your ski selection to what you typically are going to be using this ski for, but to make it super easy, firm snow, deep powder and steeps, kind of everything in between. If you're looking for something that's going to be a little bit more well-rounded and more friendly to a variety of conditions, the 2 and the 3 are probably where it's at for you. As far as side cut goes, excuse me, these are all very straight cut skis. Once again, this is a ski lineup that is meant primarily to be a touring ski. And straighter side cut skis are better for touring because you get a little bit less resistance grabbing the inside of your side cut shape going up. They look pretty dang straight, but they do have a shape to them. Down here, we're looking at all about 178 centimeter length editions of this ski, and at that length, you've got an 18-meter turning radius down here at this end with the 1.0, which is fairly long for an aero ski. And then up here at the big end, you've got a 26-meter radius, which is very, very long for any ski. And then these two, once again, kind of split the difference. We got those numbers on our site. Basically, at the end of the day, these things are designed to go uphill and then make long arcing turns on the way down. That being said, you can turn them pretty tight if you want to make some tight little jump turns and really like work on your powder 8s on the way back down. These will do that. Just be aware that you might have to jump into the turn a little bit more than you normally would with a more shaped ski with a little bit deeper side cut. You're going to want to skid into that turn, wash into it, or jump into it if you want to get a little bit tighter. These aren't going to naturally want to do an extremely tight radius turn on their own, so it's going to be a little bit more work. All right, last but not least, we're going to talk about the camber profile of this ski, the bottom shape of the ski itself. Pretty much all throughout the line, this ski is exactly the same. I'm going to put a couple of them up together here real quick so you can sort of see what I'm talking about. Down here with the 1.0, we have, put this right in front of you, really sizable amount of tip rocker that starts really low, but similar to some other stuff that we've seen from, say, Vocal, like the Gatama or whatever, it's a very, very gradual rise. So it's going to be easy to lean this thing over and get full edge contact. Similarly, down here, we've got a solid amount of traditional camber underfoot that once you put a tiny bit of weight on it, you've got full snow contact, and that's going to give you full edge contact whenever you put it flat or lean it over. This thing is set up to give you the maximum contact patch on your climbing skins as possible when you're going uphill. But at the same time, going downhill, this amount of camber in the way that it's set up, the tip is going to give you decent float over choppy conditions and a little bit softer snow, and the middle is going to give you just enough power in your deep edge-to-edge turns to ski it like a regular downhill Alpine ski. And then at the tail, you got a little bit of rise, because even though it's a directional tail, which is going to give you good power in turns and give you as much contact as possible when you're climbing uphill, you got a little bit of rise in the tail so you can unhook when you need to, which is very, very good in a directional ski. And then the only real difference moving up the line with the 4.0, you can see, and these are all basically the same throughout. With the 4.0, you can see you've got almost exactly the amount of underfoot shape, underfoot camber as you have in the 1.0, and almost exactly the same, I think, without weight on it, the gradual rise of the tip rocker starts here, and then with weight on it, man, it's almost a flat rocker, or a flat camber. So yeah, once again, excellent for climbing, and then really, really easy to find your edges once you want to lay it over. You don't need to get super deep into the turn to maximize your contact on the edges. So that about sums it up for the Faction Prime series. We're of the opinion here that this is going to be an extremely popular touring ski once people find out about it and really understand what it's capable of. And when we were skiing it in just a strictly downhill capacity last February, this really was a standout. Now, once again, this is being marketed as a touring ski. Now, Faction are absolutely adamant that it can be at least a medium duty daily driver for people that prioritize having an ultralight downhill ski for inbound skiing. We wouldn't be surprised by that. The only hang up for us is the durability question, and that hasn't been answered yet because this is an absolutely brand new model line. And so we haven't actually gotten to take them out and test them on a day in, day out basis. We're going to do that next year, but for now, durability is the main question in terms of using this thing as a daily inbounds, just regular Alpine ski with a regular Alpine binding on it. Other than that, but if you're into lightweight skis and this sounds appealing to you as a daily driver, by all means, try it out. They insist that it can be used like that on a regular basis, and we would believe it, especially for, once again, medium duty skiing. I wouldn't go out and bash moguls with this thing, and there's definitely better skis out there for going as fast as possible, kind of racing style on groomers. But we will emphasize that this is being targeted as a touring ski, so primarily consider it for that application. Outside of that, yeah, if you're looking for one of the most high-tech, hotly anticipated new touring skis on the market, you really can't go wrong here. The Faction Prime series is going to be a big hit this year, and we are expecting to see a lot of positive feedback about this ski on our demo tour. And that kind of brings us to the end of it. And speaking of the demo tour, we're going to have a couple of these. We're not going to have many of these in the demo tour. We're going to have a couple of these out for Alpine testing at our various calendar stops. So if you're looking to try this ski out, please click on the demo tour link above on our website, www.avantalpine.com, and see where we're going to be, so you can come check out one or two of these skis in person. At least feel it up. You know, you might as well, if you're not going to ski it, you might as well check it out and just feel how light these things are. It's crazy. And then, this ski will be available on our website starting, I believe, October 1st. So if you've got any other questions about it, shoot us an email at one of our contact links, and check out our other videos. Thanks for watching.